Let this verse speak to your soul. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. This is a true-to-life story of a couple who were drifting apart until God reminded them of the sacred bond they had once formed. But before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you listening from? Even though we may be miles apart, sharing that helps us feel a little closer. If this story touches your heart, please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your words might inspire someone else too. I truly hope this message brings you a step closer to the healing you've been searching for. Now, take a deep breath and enjoy listening. Amanda and David's love story began with sparks and laughter. They were college sweethearts, always holding hands, always dreaming aloud. Their wedding day was filled with joyful tears and heartfelt vows, surrounded by family and friends who believed in their love. But what no one could have prepared them for was the slow erosion that comes not from tragedy, but from busyness, exhaustion, and emotional distance. 7 years into their marriage, the glow had dimmed. Life had become a cycle of rushed mornings, late work hours, and hurried dinners with their 2 kids. Their conversations had become transactional: who's picking up the kids, who's doing the laundry, what's for dinner. The connection that once felt unshakable now seemed fragile. Amanda began to feel unseen. David often buried himself in work, and when he was home, he was either on his phone or too tired to engage. The silence between them grew louder than words. Nights once spent cuddled under a blanket became evenings spent apart in different rooms. One day, after a particularly distant weekend, Amanda sat alone in their bedroom, staring at their wedding photo. "Is this all there is?" she whispered through tears. Meanwhile, David was also struggling. He felt the tension but didn't know how to fix it. Every attempt to reconnect felt awkward or rejected. Deep down, he loved Amanda fiercely, but he couldn't remember the last time he had shown it. That night, sitting alone in the living room, he scrolled aimlessly on his phone until the Bible app notification popped up, Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. He read it slowly. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. The words pierced through his confusion. One flesh, he thought. Not 2 people barely coexisting. One, united, whole. David walked upstairs, heart pounding. Amanda was still awake. She looked up, surprised, as he sat beside her. "Can we talk?" he asked. "I don't know how to fix this, but I don't want to lose us." Tears filled Amanda's eyes. "Me neither," she said softly. They talked for hours that night, honest, raw, and for the first time in months, connected. They admitted how distant they had become. They confessed the loneliness, the resentment, and the fear. But they also expressed a shared desire to rebuild this time, with God at the center. The next day, they prayed together, awkwardly but sincerely. They started attending a couple's Bible study at their church. They each took steps to be present again. Amanda started journaling prayers for David. David began texting her small notes of appreciation during the workday. They carved out time for weekly walks, where they talked not just about logistics, but about dreams, struggles, and faith. There were setbacks, old habits crept in, misunderstandings happened, but now they had tools. They had truth, they had God, and slowly the warmth returned. One Sunday afternoon, while cleaning the attic, Amanda found their wedding vows handwritten in an old journal. She brought them downstairs and read them aloud. "I promise to fight for you, to choose you, to grow with you every day," it said. David took her hand. "I still mean every word," he said. "Let's keep choosing each other." Today, Amanda and David's marriage isn't perfect, but it's stronger, more rooted, and more resilient. They've learned that marriage isn't just about staying together, it's about growing together, forgiving often, and leaning on God's strength when your own runs out. If your marriage feels distant, let Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, remind you God created a sacred unity between husband and wife. And when you invite Him into the center, He can turn brokenness into beauty. Love can be rebuilt, hope can be restored, and two can truly become one again.